we cooking something very special. I used to have it when I was a child, and I thought I'll make a video about it. So I thought, why don't I just make it live? So this is something when I was growing up, my dad used to have it. So it doesn't use any flour. It can be used as a breakfast, lunch, or any meal. Yeah, it's protein pack. It's uses special flour. Many of you may know it. It's ground flour. Okay, it's a bit yellowish in color, and it's made from chickpeas. So it's because there's no flour, no wheat, so it's gluten-free, safe for people who are struggling with celiac disease. Another benefit of using this gram flour is it's got low glycemic index, again because no wheat, so less carbs. It's chickpeas flour, so a lot of protein in it, and it's very good for diabetics. So I've got diabetes, so I try to eat as healthy as possible. I try to implement things which can help me manage my diabetes. It's been, I think, 16, so it's going to be over 8 years in December when I got diagnosed, and 8 years I've just managed it really well just with diet, just trying to eat healthy as much as possible. I cut down on carbs, I avoid too much fat wherever possible. So yeah, let's make this together. So it's again, it's a very easy recipe. You don't need much things. You can make it as fancy as you want, but I'm gonna make it the way I like. I like my food spicy, so I'm gonna be adding some green chilies, but you don't have to. Okay, and it's again is suitable for vegetarian, but if you're vegan, you can make it vegan. Okay, just don't add the eggs, because I'm only gonna put one egg in mine. So I'm gonna start preparing it. So first we need like a normal pancake. Okay, so we need to prepare a batter, but instead of normal flour, white flour, we're gonna be using ground flour, which is yellow in color. Some people may call it besan, so I'm gonna bring that. Okay, I don't add much, but if you want to add it, you can add as much as possible depending on how many people will be eating. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me or not, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a mic. Just bear with me, let the mic turn on. So I'm gonna put the mic and see if you can hear me better. Hopefully you should be able to hear slightly better. Okay, how does that sound? Hopefully it's better. I can't hear myself, so I'm just assuming it's better, because last time it was really good. Okay, so I'm gonna get some ground flour. I'm only gonna get a spoon of it. I'll show you how much I'm using. I'll bring it in front of the camera. Okay, I would have brought the bag, but the bag is a bit ripped, so this is it, just a normal spoon, tablespoon, and that's all I'm gonna put in mine. Okay, I can add more if I want to make a bigger portion, but no, I'm only gonna be making for my son who's turning 3. He absolutely loves it. Okay, so same amount I use it in him, so I try to give him 1 egg a day this way possible. Okay, so in this, one thing to be careful, like normal batter, you will make it, there is no bubbles in it. So what I'm gonna do to make things, I'm gonna add all the spices while it's dry. Okay, so but before that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna chop an onion, and then we're gonna discuss. I mean, you can make it as fancy as you like. As I said, I'm only gonna add some onion and just 1 green chili for me, but you can add a cayenne pepper. You can add cheese. I've tried it with cheese, but I'm not gonna add in mine. I'm just gonna make it plain, but you can add cheese on top as well once it's ready. Peppers, as I said, bell peppers. You can add peas. I sometimes I put green peas in it, again just added vitamin C. I love my vitamin C's. anything basically, any vegetable. Spinach is another good combination to add. So I hope you guys can see it. I'm gonna turn this one a little bit down. No, I still can't see it. Okay, we'll leave it like that. But I'm just doing it. I'm just chopping the onion. That's what I'm doing at the moment. Nothing else. Okay, so I'm just gonna use half of the onion, red onion. I prefer red onion. Again, you can add full onion, make it as big as possible. It's nice sunny day today, but again it's freezing cold. It shows -1. Don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but boiler is full on. It hasn't stopped since I think Tuesday or something, since it's been snowing in some part of the England. Okay, so my onion is getting chopped. So after this, I'm not gonna add straight onion in the ground flour, and first I'm gonna make a batter without it. It just gives me better consistency. Okay, so I don't have a proper measurement. I'm just gonna put in my hand how much salt I add. I don't add much, so as you can see, just a tiny bit of salt I add. Okay, that's it. Salt and some other spices. Turmeric, our curcumin packed anti-inflammatory, loaded with vitamins. A little bit of it, just a pinch I added. Okay, again a very small little portion of garam masala, and that's in, and some coriander powder. Again, that's very little amount. I'm gonna mix it thoroughly. You can add mango powder as well, just to give an extra flavor in it. And you can add chili powder if you don't have green chilies, or if you don't want any spices whatsoever, you don't have to add it. Okay, and then I'm just gonna give a nice stir, nice mix. It's getting mixed. All the spices are thoroughly getting mixed. So far all I did was half a spoon of ground flour and added the flavor I wanted. You can add any flavors as you like in it to make it according to your taste. You don't have to add salt, and that's it. So I'm gonna add a little bit of water. So we just gotta be careful. It's not too thin, not too thick. But to be honest with you, even if it's too thin, you can always add more ground flour in it, or even if it is thin, it wouldn't make a difference at all, because egg, once you add egg, it's going to change the consistency. Again, you don't have to add egg. If you are vegan and you don't want to eat eggs, you can avoid eggs, but I like to add one egg just for extra protein. I tend to have only 2 meals a day, so that gives me everything basically. I start my day normally with this pancake. I've been doing it for more than a month now, so that keeps me going. I mean, breakfast I have just one of these, so you saw how much ground flour I used, and one egg in it. And I have my lunch about 1/2, and for that lunch I only have fruits or vegetables, nothing else. No carb, no protein, nothing else, just vegetables. And at dinner about 5, 6 o'clock we have dinner. In that dinner I tend to have again more protein than carb. I don't use much fat. The only source of fat we have now is either olive oil. Olive oil, the prices in England, I don't know wherever you're watching from, the prices have gone crazy now, but this olive oil we use it for the cooking. Used to be 3 months ago for £3 this full bottle, and I think it's 1 liter. Yes, it is 1 liter, and now it's over £9. So I've heard something happen where they source the olives from. There was some issues there, but there you go. So I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you what's happening here is, that's it. So I'll just show you. There you go. Not too thin, not too thick, just runny, and there is no bubble at all. It's very smooth, and it's very important to remove the bubbles, because once I'm going to put it on the pan they will burst and you won't have that texture we want, the soft cheesy texture. Okay, so that's all we have now, full batter. And after that I'm gonna, oh, you can see the sun, I forgot to change the camera. There you go, it's a nice sunny day, but again it's freezing cold. So I'm gonna put this one back. The batter is ready, so I'm gonna add mix onion in it, again give it a good stir, and then after that we're gonna be adding an egg. You don't have to, you can add anything you like at this stage. You don't have to add egg if you don't want to, if you're vegan and you prefer not to, but you just make this batter. And what you can actually do after adding gram flour, making your batter, you can add some baking soda to give that consistency, the soft consistency, the fluffy consistency egg gives. Okay, so onion is mixed. I only put half onion, and I'm gonna add 1 egg. Egg is just not to make a flavor. It's full of healthy benefits. Eggs is good for bones, full of vitamin D. So there you go. So added 1 egg in it, and I'm gonna give it a good stir. Egg is getting thoroughly mixed, and I'll show you in a second how it looks now. So it's not gonna be big, it's only gonna be a very small one because I'm making a small one, and honestly it's so full of energy and it's so healthy and it tastes nice, and it's got all the spices and flavor in it that is full of good for your digestion, full of vitamin C because I added onions in it. Onion has got flavonoids. So I mean, all in all, it's perfect breakfast for people like myself who don't eat much carbs and wants quick energy. I mean, if you go to gym and trying to lose weight, again it's a perfect mixture because it doesn't have any carbs. Well, it does have carbs, but it's gram flour, so not wheat. It's full of protein. The flour is chickpeas flour, so I'm gonna add just 1 chili because I prefer mine a little bit of flavors. And once it's ready, we just it. And you can make it either way. You can put it in the pan, which I like, or you can put it in your oven if that's the way you prefer. You want to completely avoid the fat. But also, one thing I would like to add, when I make for my son and for myself and occasionally for my wife, we don't use any olive oil or anything. We have non-sticky pan and we use desi ghee, and that's also homemade. Next time when we make it, I'll show you how to make it if you're interested. It's so easy to make and it's so healthy. The benefit of desi ghee compared to, I actually made a video about it. If you haven't watched it, do watch it. Why desi ghee is better compared to all the oils. It has, firstly, desi ghee has high cooking point, meaning all the oils when they reach high temperature they release these toxins, hence why they cause inflammation like vegetable oils and stuff. So desi ghee has got a high thermal point, so it doesn't release any toxic chemicals. Obviously, also it's dairy free. It's a clarified butter, and it's got vitamins in it, vitamin A, D, E, and K. And again, all the vitamins I mentioned, they are fat soluble, so desi ghee actually makes it possible for your body to retain. There you go, our batter is ready, and I'll show you how it looks now. There you go. So that's the consistency. Bit runny, so not too runny, not too thick. So onion, and you can add anything you like at this point. You can add peppers in it, peas in it, basically anything to make it fits your need. And that's it really. Our batter is ready. All we need now is to put the pan, which I just washed it. There you go. Then I have my ladle ready. And by the time it gets hot, it's pretty warm now. So this is our homemade desi ghee. So we used 1 liter of cream, and as you can imagine, it's concentrated, no chemicals whatsoever. We made it ourselves. We bought fresh creams, and I'll show you the recipe. But yeah, fresh cream. We put it in the blender for like 10-20 minutes. It becomes butter, and that butter we put it on simmer, and then that's what we got: clarified butter or ghee. Okay, so this is the amount, but you don't have to add it. You can just put it in the oven, or you can just buy a proper non-sticky. The only reason I'm putting it is healthy fat, and of course our body needs fat, and this much is perfect for me. Okay, and after this I'm not gonna have any fat whatsoever throughout the day, and this is all I'm gonna have. So my protein, my vegetables, fiber, carbs, it's just a perfect mixture breakfast for me. My wife actually laughs at me saying, you're too boring, this is the only thing you eat. So well, actually, if I like it, it's not boring for me. People watch movies, people watch play games. I like it. So same thing for me. I like it, so I cannot be bored with it. Plus tastes nice, uh, full of healthy benefits, which I'm gonna discuss with you in a second. So it's ready now. I'm gonna put it on low for us to talk about the benefits. I'm just gonna spread it nicely, and I'll show you in a second. He only made a small one for me, but you can add more than one egg. You can put no egg whatsoever. You can just add all the vegetables, and as I said, to make that appearance, the consistency, you can add baking soda in it. See, nicely spreading it. I mean, once it's cooked a little bit, you can add cheese on top, which I've made it once. It was beautiful, but I'm not adding cheese. But if you have kids who you want variation for your kids, like we do for my son, we just put cheese on top of it once it's ready, so it becomes like a consistency of pizza, and it tastes really nice after that. Okay, there you go. There you go. That's it. That's how it looks. Okay, now obviously I put gas on the low for it to cook it. So once it's ready, and I'm gonna add a little bit of more desi ghee on the side for me to remove it. But yeah, and then it's easy to flip. Now once it's getting ready, let's talk about the benefits. As I mentioned, it's gram flour, so it's not traditional wheat flour. So gram flour, you may eat onion bhajis, again that's made from gram flour. Lots of benefits compared to the white flour gram flour has. Okay, the first benefit is it's high in fiber. We use gram flour because obviously it's no wheat, it's from chickpeas. It's full of fiber, which is good for our stomach health. If you're trying to lose weight, trying to eat healthy, switch your white flour to gram flour. Okay, you will see the benefit straight away. It tastes nice. Obviously certain food you can't change, but wherever possible, if you change that, it's amazing. Onions, again, full of fiber. Onion also have many antioxidants in it, so again, if you start your day, if you don't want sweet breakfast, this is one way. You don't have to add spices, again, just to make it savory. Again, perfect mixture for you. It's good for gut health because full of healthy fiber in it. And the second benefit is it's packed with antioxidant. As I said, I put green chilies in it. Green chilies, turmeric I added. Last time I told you turmeric, it's got magic compound curcumin, which is amazing. I mean, if you don't want to add green chilies, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of black pepper. I forgot to add that. Black pepper is necessary to activate the curcumin. While we're talking, I just remembered. So you can eat as much as turmeric as you want, but to activate, to get the curcumin out of turmeric, you need piperin, which binds with it and make our body use of curcumin to get all the benefits of it. Okay, so now I've added black pepper, curcumin, and it's getting cooked. By the time it's get that, I'm going to put it on side as well, a little bit of again, just a drop of it. Just put it on the side. That's nicely cooked. I'll just spread it as well. So as you saw, it's moving already. It didn't strip. Perfect. So what we're just saying that it's packed with antioxidant because of green chilies, turmeric, and onions. Again, benefit of antioxidant it basically neutralize free radicals, which causes cancer and other problems in our body. So we want to keep our free radicals as less as possible, as bounded as possible. Next effects is anti-inflammatory properties. Our brilliant turmeric and ground flour, they both have anti-inflammatory properties. Green chilies, I don't know if you know or not, green chili have capsaicin, which topically is used for many type of nerve pain. So again, because of that anti-inflammatory property, is brilliant green chilies. Okay, again, green chilies, they're good for metabolism because of the capsaicin is anti-inflammatory, is boost metabolism, is appetite stimulant as well. After illness and recovery, if you're struggling to eat, capsaicin actually boosts our metabolism and it improves the appetite as well. Obviously, boost metabolism also help with losing the weight as well, because your metabolism is faster, you're going to digest your food faster. Okay, next is it supports eye health. That's a new one. Onions, they are rich in quercetin. Yes, they are rich in quercetin and vitamin A, which are amazing for our eye health. Green chilies, what else do we have? Skin health. Onion, green chili, and turmeric. We know that turmeric is traditionally used to improve skin health. You will see in many natural herbal face masks, they purposely add turmeric in it. Okay, because of curcumin, it is really eases our age-related lines, scars, and also helps with acne. So I remember many people, they use turmeric face mask, especially when they have teenage acne or spots. They put turmeric face mask, add rose water in it, and it makes a perfect face mask. So it reduces fine lines because of the aging, and it also helps with acne and spots. Next benefit we have is regulates blood sugar level. As I mentioned earlier on, because it's got gram flour had low glycemic index, because it doesn't come from wheat, it comes from chickpeas, which is a rich source of protein. So it's got low glycemic index. What low glycemic index meaning is, the way it affects the sugar releases is less compared to the other carbs we include, like normal wheat flour or glucose. Okay, straight away goes in your blood, insulin spike, so it avoids that. It slowly release the glucose. So it's perfect for me because I manage my diabetes with diet only. It's nicely cooked. I'll show you. Okay, and the next is bone health. Eggs, again, the reason I mentioned to you, I eat eggs is a rich source of vitamin D. Living in England, that's one benefit, is that we hardly get any sun here, any vitamin D, so we have to find supplements or from the food, our body, to make more vitamin D, because it's good for bone health. Again, turmeric also have the same effect. Turmeric is also good for vitamin D. And the next benefit we have is it boosts mood and energy. In the beginning I said, if you go to gym and you need quick source of energy, instead of traditional bread, make bread with this gram flour and you will see the energy boost. It improves our mood. Eggs, they are rich in vitamin B, especially vitamin B12. So it affects our brain function and helps our mood in control as well. Okay, so we're gonna check how it looks on the other side. Wow, perfect. perfect golden rusty color. Is perfectly good. Look at that, how big it is. I only added just a half spoon, and how fluffy it has become. Okay, and you saw only one egg. And the next benefit we have, it supports immune system. Turmeric, you know that is immune booster. Green chilies and onions, they can all enhance our immunity. They have turmeric have antibacterial and antiviral properties. Onion also have antifungal properties. It's traditionally used to treat fungal infections. Weight management. This pancake, or whatever you want to call it, is packed packed with high high protein and fiber. So again, you know, once you're full, like as I said to you, only thing I eat is this one, just one egg in the breakfast, and I don't feel hungry because it keeps you full. So you don't need to eat. You don't eat more than you need, you don't gain weight, and you start to lose weight. So it keeps you full. I put little desi ghee. Again, desi ghee is brilliant source of fat. Absolutely, you can't go wrong with desi ghee. There's so many benefits of desi ghee, and especially when you make it at home. We made it at home, and we absolutely love it. I'm gonna turn the gas off. It's good source of. It's got full of vitamins. It's clarified butter. It doesn't have no. It's got high thermal points, so you can cook it at high heat. You can stir fry. You can fry it. Many onion bhajis. You can make it if you like. So yeah, there's plenty of benefits again, and another benefit is I mentioned is if you suffer from gluten sensitivity, you have celiac disease, it's a perfect flour. You will get no side effect whatsoever with the traditional white flour. It upset our stomach. So use gram flour instead, and you will see how good it is. It's safe for the gluten-free, gluten sensitivity, and in celiac diseases. Okay. Uh, so yeah, it's loaded with benefits. So people who don't want to have sweet breakfast, which modern companies are pushing to have cereals in the morning, it's full of sugar. If you look at the ingredient, it's just sugar coated, honey coated, it's full of sugar, and then we wonder why by the time we're gaining weight, we all sort of problems, our mood is declining, everything is just affecting it. So the best way is not to start. I would say breakfast should not be sweet, it should be savory. The only reason is if you have sweet throughout the day, you know, you get insulin spike. First of all, that affects our mood. So it's best to have a savory breakfast. Start your day with the salt, no matter. And obviously with this type of breakfast, it's got protein in it, you got fat in it, and you got carb in it, you got everything in it. It keeps you full throughout the day. Whatever happens, you know, at least your stomach is full. That's the last thing you want to be worried about. Okay. But yeah, after this is done, you know, you can eat it with anything. You can have a yogurt dip or anything. You can eat it with cheese. You can put a little bit of salad next to it. Eat it that way. Another thing I was saying about having a savory breakfast is, so if you have sweet, obviously think about it. When you have dehydration, you start to get headaches, lethargic, and all that problems with dehydration. Now, and once somebody have any diarrhea or vomiting, you see, you just feel no energy, and the one reason is because we're losing salt, we're losing sodium in it. Hence why you buy oral rehydration sachets to replace that salt you lost. So if you start your day with salt, and then throughout the day you don't need it, it keeps you going throughout the day, full of energy. Your body needs salt to function. You don't have to fully avoid it unless you suffer from high blood pressure. Yes, you will have it as less as possible. I mean, if you suffer from blood pressure, there are other alternatives like rock salt. It has comparatively less salt than the traditional table salt. We can have low sodium salt just to give that sodium, still sodium in your diet, so that you keep you going. And then you just drink, and then your body have plenty of salt in it. You got fat, you got protein, you got carb, you got all the salt, you got vitamins from turmeric, you've got from desi ghee, you've got from green chilies, from the onions. So you got all sorts of benefits from it. Now, one thing Some people who should be a bit cautious with this, but obviously you don't have to fully avoid. If you really like it, I put desi ghee. If you suffer from cardiovascular problem and it's uncontrolled, you want to avoid desi ghee and stick to olive oil. Okay, and instead of desi ghee, you can just use the desi olive oil, or if you don't have olive oil, just put it in the oven. You don't need to, or just buy a decent non-stick pan, and then you don't even need to add anything, no oil whatsoever. But yes, if you do have heart issues, avoid desi ghee to as less as possible. Second, as I already mentioned, is salt intake. If you have high blood pressure, you want to keep salt intake as less as possible. You don't have to add salt, you can just make it plain. Again, because of its natural gram flour taste, because of the natural chickpeas flour taste, might not even feel it. Some people might not even feel it. So yeah, high blood pressure, want to avoid it. Allergies, if you are allergic to chickpeas or eggs, you want to avoid this. There is no way around chickpeas because that's what it makes it special, but if you have allergy, you want to avoid your eggs. Yes, there is way around. You don't add egg, make it vegan, just add some baking soda, and then it will give you the same appearance and same consistency. And the last thing is sensitivity to spices. If you have IBS and other stomach problems, you want to avoid spices. Again, you don't have to add it. I like my food little spicy and flavored, but you don't have to. You can just add plain, if you don't have any blood pressure or any issue, just the salt, and add any vegetables as you like. Look, it's nice and cold now. There you go. This is how it looks. Still soft. You can fold it. What you can do also, you can just put some cheese, make a wrap with it, cut some vegetables, whichever way you like, make a wrap with it. Okay. Some people eat it with yogurt. You can do the same. Yogurt dip in the morning and a little bit of salad. But that's all. What do you guys normally have for breakfast? What do you have? I'm just curious. I mean, occasionally we have porridge. We make sometimes normal pancakes. Instead of sugar, we add bananas to replace that sweet taste. So we hardly have any sugar. Since I was diagnosed, I never touched sugar whatsoever. Completely no for me. Once in a blue moon, every fortnight, I would say, we make some energy packed balls, and I can show you how it's done as well. It's brilliant. Again, it's made from dates and nuts, so it's fully protein energy packed balls, and we cover it up with a coconut powder. So that's my sugar intake, only from dates. That's the only, I think, way I give myself a little bit of sugar. What else do? I don't think so I have any other sweet. I don't have any sweet whatsoever. I have 90% dark chocolate, Lindt, and that's all about it. I don't have anything else. And then that's not even sweet. And I don't know if you ever tried it. If any of you have tried it, you know that it's not sweet at all. I'm just trying to see where is. There you go. So this is 90% cocoa. It's by Lindt. So this is what we have. Well, I have, and my son, that's the only one he has. This is what he thinks chocolate is. So this is one piece. I used to have every single day at work with my lunch, but now I booked this week off, so I haven't been having it. So I'm gonna have one slice. And also a good tip, if you have sugar cheat, please try to take all your sugar. Many cultures and many people, they tend to have their dessert after meal. That's the wrong practice. You want to have your sugar before. It's said that you're not gonna eat too much. No, because you can't eat too much sugar anyway. So just one bar, little bar. That's all I have it, and that's again probably once a week or something. This one I have having is I think after a month or so. My son lives here, so every time I buy it, just he eats, But yeah, it's really bitter. Um, First time, majority of people, including myself, we hate it. Dark chocolate is really bitter. 90% cocoa powder. And but more you have it, more you like the taste, and you move away from the sweet chocolates. So anybody who wants to try the healthy lifestyle, do try the dark chocolate. It's got a lot of benefits: antioxidant, good for sugar control. So now I had my this one in the morning, and that's it. It's not even sweet. Um, what else? Would you need to know anything? If you do need to know, just leave me a comment. If you want me to make anything which you want to replace from your diet and you're looking for alternative, like I remember one of my wife's friend, she asked, she wanted to give similar age as my son, her son as well. So they asked about a breakfast alternative. She was keep giving like a normal, a sweet breakfast, porridge, cereals, and all that. And we recommended this. So they came home one day, made it for all of us. Absolutely loved it. So if you guys want to replace anything from your meal, looking for a healthy alternative, do let me know, and I'll try to, provide you with what science backs it up, scientific evidence. Okay. Uh, I think that's all. So maybe I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have it just like that, and we discussed the benefits, how amazing it is, the benefits. Again, you can add anything in it, anything you prefer. Spinach is really good if you want to try with spinach. Gives you nice flavor and consistency. You can put any flavor you like. Yeah, let me taste. Still hot. I love it. Satisfying. Absolutely delicious. The green chili I added wasn't even spicy. I normally buy there 3 to 4 different types we buy from these superstores. The bird's eye are the best one. They are the spiciest one. They're red, but I prefer green chilies instead of, and bird's eye. What I see here, they are red. And red chilies, they have their own benefits, but I prefer green chilies because of the extra vitamin C and capsaicin compared to the red chilies. But yeah, these were some of them are this still have little kick. This still have, I can tell, I had chili. But some of the chilies I buy normally from Sainsbury's, they're just literally like cucumbers. They don't have no taste whatsoever, just biting some green things. You literally can't tell if you are. But yeah, it's brilliant. I love it. I'm gonna enjoy this now. Well, thank you very much for today. If you have any comments, or if you need any other choices to make your life healthier, I'll do my intensive research and I'll make a video about it. Do let me know. Thank you very much for joining me, and have a lovely day.